Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Minions 5. We are Bob, the God of Friwald in the late fall in the year 5 of the Ascension Wars. This is turn 68. And if the audio is different again, I'm sorry, I did change it, and it's because I'm continually trying to improve it for you guys. And this is an experiment again in how to boost it, both mic sound and music sound. So hopefully the balance is better now, we'll see. But anyway, let's just dive right into it. Research in blood magic is complete, only level 6, and that's not really the one I wanted. I want to go to level 7, but we'll probably use level 6 for something until then. Bone Fiend's horror specs, nothing there, nothing here. Forgot about the fire weakness has cast Earth Attack, so let's just view it and see what it does, because this is the first time I'm casting this spell, and this is just an Earth Elemental, a big one, with 50 hit points, regeneration, giving 5 hit points, and it'll attack a random commander in that province and then disappear. Double fists. It seems like a pretty decent unit. I don't think it can beat a monolith, but it didn't find a monolith. It found this dude who has the copper plate. So, yeah. Let's see if that saves him. It'll give off a lightning attack when it hits. So let's see if that does it. Maybe it doesn't with trample. Maybe it hasn't landed a hit yet. See, it's doing 1 point of damage per, though, for just trampling. Trampling is an awesome mechanic that I don't quite understand. I'll put it that way. He beat that guy, no trouble. And so we have one less commander to deal with when we finally want to deal with that throne province. Not that that was ever a significant thing, though. With the copper plate, arguably he was a little bit more of a threat, so maybe it's fine. Nothing else found. More Twiceborn, Wraithlord, and Heavenly Wrath. Dire Portent. This is another of those stellar focuses going up for now for Rock Raspat. Oh, huh. So the AI is putting up a. I think the AI has now taken over Haraspat, as I said they would, and they immediately cast a global spell. We found a magic site in Towin, Gem Deposits, which is a money site giving more money per turn. Not that we really need it, but I can always spend more money, sure. A proclamation from Haraspat, now they have another prophet, and they're doing all sorts of things. Nothing else really to note here, and then we go into the battles, and we'll still be doing this thing here. So here we have a sieging force been beaten by a stronger force. So we were sieging. This is actually a bit interesting. We were sieging this fort, the throne province, I believe. And I was thinking that this was a pretty strong army, so they didn't need much support. Not an army as such, but a group of mages covered by some units. I should think that they would do fine here, but they do come in with a whole lot of units. The wolves, they are also doing some, what are they called? Imps. That will hopefully be killed. Then in comes a bunch of wolves, which will hopefully also be killed. But then comes a bunch of flyers. And we haven't lost a mage yet, so that's good. We have one Hydromancer and 2 white mages here, and then a bunch of Banes. Banes, as you have seen, really, really awesome. We lost a lot of our normal units already. Well, we're killing a bunch of stuff here. Making them pay for it, at least. And so far, we're doing well. Now, this will not end well, though. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... fire elementals, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 earth elementals, or more, and a bunch of skeletons, and another fire elemental. So at least they are spending a lot of gems, and they've lost a lot of units. So far the trade is fine. These units coming in now, though, are not permanent, so we will not be gaining anything by killing them, and most likely we won't. Right, so the Banes will hold up quite well, and as long as they can cover the 2 white mages, they will keep spamming bunches of skeletons. We have one with a good amount of support here, and one so a death 4 and a death 3, which is really not bad. And they are doing well here. The Banes are super good, so they're doing well as well. And we lost the Hydromancer. So far we're still holding up. Our Buried Initiate has now chosen to run away, but he didn't get away. The Whites are still alive. In comes the Earth Elementals. They are hitting stuff, but they didn't kill anything there. But the travel damage is still doing, well, damage. I find this fight quite fascinating, but is this worth it? Is it tough to say. If these two mages run away, then it will be worth it for sure. They're sacrificing a bunch of blood slaves, and you also have to remember that coming in here and sieging makes them not research and cast other spells this turn, which is also an advantage. Arguably, so our mages are not researching while they're sieging, so there's also that. We're losing a lot of these Banes. The Banes are really what's the big kicker, and the Whites. Now some of the Banes are running away. The first White goes down, and this White will not live. No, he died. And the final Bane will also die. And at this point, it doesn't really matter what we kill up here. It's all spawned units. So we did kill a bunch of stuff. We killed 60 units, most of which were wolves, but a bunch of these light Maria crushers, and then we exhausted not a few, not a little gems, but we lost our sieging force, which is probably not a good trade. In Quest Royale, our little team here is expanding. Raiding or whatever. Pustinia. We have a small army moving out, and they will clear this province defense, no biggie. In Isuran, we are being attacked by a very small raiding force that will get smacked by a little bit of province defense. Silly AI. In the Guard Coast, there was a battle, and our sieging force has been beaten by a stronger enemy, so it's, again, they are attacking out, and I should not siege the AI with a little bit of stuff, because they always do this thing where they just move everything out, and I could have sort of predicted that. So this is definitely not a trade worth it. We kill one devil, but we lose a bird consort and 3 initiates, 2 hill giants. So not a good trade. In Atinium, we are being attacked. Maybe we will watch this one here. We are sieging Atinium's capital here. We don't have a lot of units, but a lot of mages. And they are coming out with, well, just as many mages. And knowing the AI, a bunch of gems. Yeah, well, not as many gems as I would have expected. Maybe we are sort of exhausting them for them, finally. They also have a white mage. So we will see. We have superior skill spam, I believe. But, like, for what they have on the board at the moment, they have more. But as soon as the skill spam goes live, we will outnumber them. Oh, they have the swarm spam, of course. Interesting. We do have one angel in here. The flying bugs are killed. They're buffing a lot and doing different things while skill spamming. Now the angel lands back here. And unfortunately it didn't land in the mages. And the swarm... Sorry, I have to turn down the sound a little bit. That was more loud than I'd like. Let me try to run it here while I watch the recording sound for a bit. Just to make sure. It's tough. I'm going to turn it down a teeny bit. Really is a hard balance to strike. Now this insert Hobonate has both a region ring and an elixir of life. So hopefully he will stay alive through this match. And once again we see the spawned units just surround them. So he won't be able to do anything, kill anything meaningful, but nonetheless taking up all of these units and occupying them so that they don't join the front line is helpful. And look at this skeleton spam swarm. Like, if we will win this fight, there's no way that they can chew through. Also, one thing to note though is that these guys, the Night Stalkers of Fall from Latinium, have a strength of Autumn 50. So right now, because it's fall and they are enlarged, they are so super duper tanky. They're just like almost unkillable. They've got a increased protection bonus. They are blessed, so morale and berserker, which is not really, but berserker means that they will never rout. So you have these super tanky dudes. They are actually pretty good. Just only 1 out of 4 turns, right? 3 months out of 12. They are super units, and this is one of them. So they'll hold the line against the skeleton horde. The skeletons can hardly hurt them. If they had some sort of region on top of this, it would be crazy. And how is the angel doing? Still on the first life out of the elixir of life, and managing to stay alive, just tanking all these things here. Like, the units will not kill it, but the mages are throwing spells at him at a short range, which is worrying. Did they just cast Shrink on him? Now that is hilarious. Now it's a teeny, tiny angel. Well, he's still larger than a human being, but still, it's funny. And the skeleton spam is only growing while we're playing here. Now the first of these Night Stalkers have died. There goes the second one. They are gonna fall. Ha! No pun intended. And insert Hobbit name here is still alive. There goes the first healing potion though, and whoa, he already got hit down to 15 hit points on the next life. But also Shrunken leaves him with less HP max. So we'll also lower his regen, which is really interesting. Now he would like to stay alive, please. But I think the decay is doing damage to him. So he's not in a good spot at all. And he can still, like, technically live through the fight, but we need the skeleton spam to move up and help him, save him. Insert Hobbit name here. It's now at 20 hit points. Back here, it's mostly skeleton spamming, also some buffing. So the skeletons we do have moving up will also, most of them will have increased protection from what they normally will have, because we have so many earth mages, and that sometimes they choose to use some earth buffing spells like Legions of Steel and Iron Warriors, I think. Legions of Steel every once in a while when they find a good amount of Iron Warriors, so they mix it up a little bit. He's still degenerating, and here comes the swarm. No, not this type of swarm. Skeleton swarm. And once they close with the mages, yeah, they are throwing some really nasty spells at us. We needed this amount of them. Look at them thinning out the herd. But there's no way they can ever stop the flow of skeletons here. So they will, now they make contact and they manage to kill a few. Skeletons will be coming at the same rate, and then they will kill another mage, and eventually they will whittle them down here. And insert Hobbit name is doing okay. We managed to save him in time, I believe. Speeding it up here so that we can see them fall. Some of them are running away, which is unfortunate. We really wanted to kill them, as many of them as possible. Some of them are turning into bears. Yeah, some of them are getting away, but we catch a few. And then, oh, another one getting away. Unfortunate. But then that's it. Let's see the Butcher's Bill then. Actinium. A hero died, which is really nice. 2 High Priests. Junior Horticultist and 2 Master Horticultists, and 4 Peers of the Putrid Cord, and 1 Scry of Soldiers, and 1 White Mage. All in all, pretty good pickup for us, and a lot of units died, and we lost 7 Bone Fiends. So yeah, the trade is definitely good. We did have some guys retreating, but that'll be okay. On 3rd Gem Brigade, the Scout retreated to Isra, and he was not supposed to be participating in the fight. That's my mistake. Not sure why he would be in the fight. Maybe I misclicked. In Haraspa, there's a battle, and they are gonna clear away my little siege here. This one, I think, was more just to sit on the fortress and force them to make an attack out. There was a battle in Shenton. Oh, we can watch it. It is a little bit interesting, I suppose. We are casting Divine Blessing, and on the other side we have a Mother of Monsters. She's a monster summoner, and she got an Etten spawned. So that is not nothing. But he is not a gifted recent guy like the other Etten that we met. I think he was enchanted. The other Etten we met. They land on her, the angels, and they one-shot her. Or not one-shot her, but it takes them less than one round to cut her down to pieces. Then the Etten will flee, and the angels will not allow that to happen. They can still, with a little bit of luck, the Etten could have one-shotted an angel there, but that is the end of the Mother of Monsters. She will not be coming back. Message from Shenton: you killed our god. This war will not end until the nation of Friwald is annihilated. Well, beg to differ. Let's see the battle that Avas is having with Portis here. Just a small skirmish, killing some dudes. Not really worth watching. He loses some units. That's nice. In Rimire, they're clearing away the siege. We left 2 colonies behind. They die. In Okajep, they clear the siege. And in Kingstoon Desert, they was this a siege as well? Yeah, so we were sieging with a scout just to keep them inside the fort. They cleared that in Kingstoon Desert, and then that was the one. Yeah. Whoops. And in Lex, we are attacking with an Angel of Fury, killing some Latinians, and there was a battle at the Fortress of Hesperia, and I think this is the last stronghold of Shenton. When they fall here, if they fall here, then they are dead. And there is indeed a priest unit in here. No, it's a sacred unit. There's no priest units in here. Interesting. So yeah, Mr. Shenton, the guy who played them. No. The prophet. The prophet wasn't there when the god came in. So yeah, Mr. Shenton, the guy who played them, had a theory that the AI is able to cheat to get the god back, and I can see no other way that the AI got the god back, because they got the prophet the same turn. He would not have been able to call god with the prophet in that turn where she got back. So unless the god has a chance always of just coming back without anyone calling god, the AI does indeed cheat. Or once again, there might have been a priest in one of the armies, that the one where the mercenaries were, they were killed by Haraspat, I think. So there might have been a priest in that army that I didn't know about. But this is indeed the end of Shenton. We lose 1 Lancer and 1 Troll. But Adulation of the Writhing Flesh, the god of Shenton, has been permanently vanquished. At the end, she did not rule a single province, as now has nowhere to return. So yeah. So let's go for events. Some unrest. Winner, more unrest, and Lex, unrest. Fantastic. The architect was discovered and attacked in Great Woods. He died. Construction of the castle. Another castle has been completed. 2 castles, and Ministra was sieging with a single Lancer commander, captain. And in Atinium, we are not even harming the fortress. So we are moving out more stuff to get that siege down. And then patrolling troops. So yeah. Let's talk about the Atinian War. What are we moving in? Stuff. Units coming in. We are moving out here from Mark with the patrollers, because we were doing okay on the unrest, and then we will continually make more patrollers. We're moving units out of here now. Well, not a lot. But we're moving units out here, not a lot. I think Yes, Boromir will now leave Friwald with all the patrollers that he has gathered in here. And that will help with the siege when he gets over there. It's mostly hobbits, but, you know, it'll help. We are moving angels on top of it. I think I already showed it a little bit, but I'll show it again. So we will be moving in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 angels, and one of them has the chalice. Here we go, the chalice. And the important part is here, the healer trait. So hopefully he will be healing the angels with this. He does not discriminate between afflictions, but right now there's only one other affliction coming in here. So unless there's a fight and we get a lot of afflictions, it's most likely to heal the angels. And I've moved in only angels that have afflictions here, so that they have a high chance of being healed. The other angels are moving where? Oh, to Miskia, I think. Yes, to support the army there. Yes, because we are moving the army up here. So we are moving towards Rospa. We're sending a little bit over here to just claim the below. And in general, we are moving out armies. We are moving out the army from Ottonshire here. We're moving out more from the Green Gate as well. All the units that we can, except we need to leave a little bit of a patrol everywhere. Same here, we are moving out Horsey with whatever we had in Contum. In the Black Harbor, we are moving out 2 units here with all of our Bone Fiends and our Devils. And they haven't been scripted, so that's my bad. We're still patrolling with the Mouth Chariot here, because this province is very high unrest always. But in general, point is moving out units. In the World's Teeth Mountains, we are now moving in 4 Wraith Lords. And this is another test. If you put out enough skeletons and then mix in the Wraith Lords, I'm thinking that maybe one of them will make it to the back line and cut down some of the statues. And if that works, we can keep doing it until we whittle them down. So I hope you will agree that it's a worthwhile experiment. I'm not casting invulnerability because it doesn't do anything against lightning attacks. So no time wasted on casting invulnerability. Just hordes of skeletons 3 times and then move up and mix in with the skeletons. Hopefully the statues will be shooting at the skeletons and they'll act as a screen and we can get in and hit. And they do hit, hard with just their bane blades. So we aren't losing anything by doing this except, time. Wraith Lord's turns. Yeah, that's sort of it for troop movements. Moving out armies to grab more stuff and siege down forts. And we're spending all the gold, so I'm not going to show all the recruitment tabs, but the point is we can show the score graphs. Like provinces actually fell down a little bit, interesting. Forts went up, because we took 1 more. Income still increasing, and gem income went down. I guess we lost some in a key province somewhere. And research is now slightly falling in its curve because we are moving out mages. And Dominion is rising. Army size is going up, and it is at an all-time high now. And it'll keep growing, hopefully. So yeah. Let's talk about spells being cast. Also importantly, we now have a decent amount of these guys here, the Sots, and they will be moving up through Atinium and to Minister in the first instance, but if needed, they can move all the way up to Atinium to assist in the siege there. We are also moving in our first Wraith Lord into this province, just to see what one Wraith Lord can accomplish, and then when depending on how that goes, there's Springhawks in here. I'll have to see how he does against those. We might give him a copper plate and come back. But yeah, let's talk about the forging and the spellcasting. In Iona, we are casting Twiceborn, now casting Wild Water, and I think it's on a continual thing. Twiceborn Build Fortress still on. In here, not really anything. I could be moving out some of these guys to help with the siege. They do apply, what? Almost for 3 men, so it wouldn't be the worst to move actually some of these. And we are moving at least one of them out here. But we should probably be moving more of these buried initiates out to assist in sieges. This guy... no, these guys are still staying here. I should move them out too. But nothing here is going on. In our Friwald, we are forging elixirs of life again and casting augury. We are not doing anything else. I think, yeah, now is the time that I finally decide that we will spend a turn doing 2 frog herds. So we're recruiting 2 frog herds, so that we have 3 of them, spawning 6 frogs per turn then. And we can make a massive force of frog herds. And it's gonna be not very awesome, but I'll do it anyway. Whatever. We might send out we need to find a way to have 1 unit with really high magic leadership that can lead an army of frogs. They have siege strength 0.1, so you need like, how many do we have? 25 and 15. So 25, 10 of them is 1 siege strength, that's 1 human. It's so bad. It's so bad. Well, whatever, I'm doing it. Anyway, we were doing items and spellcasting house specs again here. We're doing a lifelong protection being forged in here. We've been able to do that for a long time. A lifelong protection, in case you don't know, is a spell, an item that continually creates 2 imps per turn in combat, and we were giving one of those to the angels. And we could have done that for a long time ago, but it's just, I was thinking, what do we do with Pete? We had 300 blood slaves this turn. I'm like, okay, let's start spending some of it. Vintis has been ordered to move to Lauria, so he can start summoning some fire stuff with increased with a conjuration bonus. We are doing what else? Forge Hoka the Head. Right. This is the artifact for the turn. So I think this must also almost be the entire concept for the nation as a whole. There's this undead hobbit hero, Hoka the Headless. And I cannot see myself not making this item. It's so super thematic and a little bit of fun. I don't know how we'll be using him, but come on, it's a headless hobbit, undead hobbit hero that I can forge, and it's thematic for the Friwald nation. I gotta have him, so yeah. He will be created here. That is our artifact for the turn. Anything else? I renamed this guy to Uspankutang because we have a battle brother in my battle brother series that is named Uspankutang, and I think that is quite a funny name. We're doing summon allies. We can show this is the Earth Elementals that Barathus is getting 1 of for free every turn, and I think that's worth doing. We have other ways of spending the Earth Gems anyway, and he's creating Earth Gems for us as well, by the way. We are also doing another Wraith Lord. We are doing Horror Specs, King of Elemental Earth again. So there's 3 of them in total. We will be going for all 3, because I don't think I've seen all 3 of them. I think I've had Barathus before, but I don't think I've had all 3 of them in any one game, and we can definitely do it here. And we're doing Revive Whites. They are pretty good. Heavenly Wrath for another Angel, and we are casting Akashic Record. It is also a conjuration spell, and we're casting it on a Vas. And what it does is, once we cast it next turn, we will get the score graphs for a Vas as well, which is going to be really interesting and very informative, I think. And yeah, we'll see what he has when we come around. Let's see. In here, we conquered Hesperia, so we'll be moving this army out. Some of them can only get to Attica, some of them can get all the way to High Mill, and then the intention will be to go for God Coast. And we'll start with God Coast and Arkajab, so we can connect our provinces this way around. And then we need to get Great Woods, where there's 1 throne. Oh, I have clicked this. So there's a throne in here, and there's a throne up here. We need to take these 2 thrones for sure. And then we need the 2 indie thrones, and then we need 1 more throne. And I think this one, he's building a fort in here, but for sure this one will be the harder one to take of the 2. I think. I say that, but I also have sort of a different plan, which is our high-level Earth mages here, they can cast the Crumble spell that destroys a fort really, really quickly, and we can have them sitting here, and from here they can reach into Tabahere. So if once the war starts, I move all my angels onto Tabahere. Then next turn, when they're sitting there, I will cast like 2 or 3 crumbles onto the fort, breaking it completely. And then the turn after, we move in with all of the angels and take it, and we have the profit inside the angel stack. And I think that could be pretty fun. And that's definitely a way to steal the throne from him in fast order. So that's an option as well, and I'm considering it. I'm hoping the war with Avast will be epic and long, but I'm not gonna let that. I mean, if I can finish it quickly, why would I not do that? That's my point, right? So I'll try to finish it quickly if he lets me. If he can extend it, well, that's the name of the game, and I'm hoping that he manages to do it. But I can't, let him do it. On to more forging. We are doing a copper plate in here for all the lightning resistance that we will need. We are doing power specs. Now I'm gonna be doing double work because I interrupted myself. Hawk of the Headless Thistle Mace in here, and a Storm Spool in here, which is also lightning resistance. Ring of Regeneration in here, and a Skull Staff. Excuse me. And that's sort of it. Building fortress in here. We've built a temple in there in case I didn't mention it. And that's sort of all the forging done. Where are you moving? Oh, he's moving up. You just can't see the arrow. So yeah, we're moving on to Atinium. I'm moving what in here? Just one Wraith Lord into Rimire just to sit on the fort again and prevent the Lamias from coming out if they don't do it this turn. If they fight outside the fort here again, then that's good. We would rather fight outside the fort so that once we siege the forts, they will have less siege strength inside. And then that's sort of it. We are advancing on Raspat. We are doing all of those things. Angels in Atinium and angels in Miskia. That's sort of it. Still have good amounts of different items lying around for different situations. I am making good use of boots for commander movement around the map, which I'm starting to really like, and I should have done that earlier because it really is saving us a lot of time walking around the map in general. Trying to think of whether or not there's anything else I should mention. I don't think so. I'm excited for this the chalice which we have up here. Gave it to Smeagol. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Like, we know what it does. It's not like it's super surprising. He might end up being attacked by questing knights, but he has the wine shield, and I made sure that he had that. And then the Shadow Brand, I suppose, is just good weapon. It's armor negating, armor piercing, and then armor negating for the Keejchen Darkness, which applies weakness, which it will be good against questing knights. I assume. I don't know what questing knights look like or anything, but we'll see if we meet them. And then that's sort of it. You're not going to be touching the stealth focus. I don't really care about the AI having these bonuses. Same with the Atinian forces. But in the end, these global spells is what is making it hard for me to take down Atinian, because they can create units so fast inside Atinian that the siege strength will rise sort of faster than I can take it down. But on the other hand, whenever they have a bunch of units, they just attack out of Atinian and allow me to destroy them all. So in the end, it doesn't really matter that they will create all these units. We will keep trading efficiently with them and then win in the long run. And that's sort of it. 68, so less than half a year now till the end of the treaty with us. And yeah, Let me just check here that I am correct. Pretenders of the world. Rock the Glassbot is indeed AI now. Yep. And that's it for this episode. So thank you guys for watching. I'm still excited for this game, and we are moving forward at a rapid pace. We actually got a Skull of Fire down here that I spent a bunch of gems. What did I do? I empowered a Wraith Lord just to get that, and then we found one for free immediately after. That's such is life. That's the end of the episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned. See you then. Bye-bye.